All respect to everyone today. It's your boy Czar, All Rights Reserved. I didn't forget about it. I didn't post it yet, but you're going to get it now because I'm probably not going to upload the other one. This is me talking about Star on the new show. Congrats. Where he's taking Joe Budden's place and he's talking to DJ Akademiks. And I think her name's Nadesha, something like that. Excuse me for not saying it right if I don't. But she's not the focus of this. The focus of this is how Star approached DJ Akademiks. Now, I've watched all the episodes, all 3 episodes up to now, so I'm very current. I like the aura that Star is bringing. He's not disrespecting Akademiks more than he's teaching him, more than he's respecting his come up and trying to, let's say, bounce real ideology off of the new age ideology Akademiks is using to make decisions on artists. Now, I agree. You're in the studio with them. You're accepting gifts. So ultimately, you are biased. Because all I got to do is say, yo, remember that whatchamacallit I gave you? Yo, don't do me like that. You're like, yo, yeah, that joint was good. I'm going to back off. Something simple like that. So I don't get how he thinks he's not biased. That's what blows my mind ultimately. You know what I mean? To keep it real with you. I don't get how he thinks he's not biased. That's why I'm confused. Because he's defining bias. He's defining it, but saying he's not. That's like me saying, yeah, I'm willing to accept this, to think this way, and I might like you a bit more than that guy, but you know what I mean? It's going to influence you some way, shape, or form. You can't get away from that. That's not something you can escape. It's cut and dry. Just like he told you, it's cut and dry. If I'm going to accept an item from someone, and I'm going to think this way, possibly, if they come up and do something dumb, I might even totally skip over what they did because they just recently handed me something. So I'm not going to come at them. I'm going to come at this person because I'm like, well, he did this. Don't worry about them. It's just real funny style. Then the craziest part about that is he's kind of acting as if, you know what I mean, the negotiator, as he calls himself, is the guy that is setting the tone for the generation. That Star's not a legendary interviewer, even though he exposed many things with Africa Bambaataa and interviewed, like he said, damn near everybody in the industry. He's some type of, let's say, one-hit wonder you almost tried to brush off. But here's my thing. Like you said on your second episode, you admitted to having no style, which is crazy. That was crazy. I don't care if I was the worst dressed. I am not saying I don't have no style. Are you for real? I was crazy. So you said that about yourself. And then you accepted the fact that, hey, you know what I mean? I respect what's going on with these artists, but I don't think it makes me biased because... And you're letting these artists call you D-riders and stuff. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense, and you're just kind of laughing it off. You're just one of those guys who get knocked around by the artists, but act tough to other people in your industry as if you're keeping somebody down or as if you're taking shots at someone. You don't even talk like artists need to be talked to. You're sitting there talking about the Migos music and you're sitting there hanging with Lil Pump. Did you tell him to make an album? Did you tell him to make his songs longer? Did you even ask him, can he rap? Did he freestyle for you? I don't understand what's going on. There's many different things that could have come up. And then it comes up talking about the Chirac thing. Yes, Akademiks. I was there watching that, like Star said, religiously, quote unquote. I'm not gonna say religious I watched it, but I watched your entire series, man. I watched it. For you to say you were not coming, it's almost like a shock value there. Like, whoa, what did he think he was doing? Was he helping? Did you donate anything to the charities in Chicago? Anywhere? Maybe you did. Because you were getting that bread. Maybe you did. But on the flip side, what did you do for the betterment of these young savages, as you call them? Savage packs. Rolling on packs, like you were saying. And I know that very well because you could go look, Czar All Rights Reserve, go look under me Look at comments I left DJ Akademiks. Look at all the comments I left DJ Akademiks. And go see what I said. And if I was saying it about him, I stand on it. Because I'm telling you, I left a lot of comments throughout the movement, throughout all those videos on that Chirac thing. Watch. Go look. Watch what I said. I bet what I said was exactly what it was. Because this was during his come up. I'm like, this guy's blowing up off of bad-mouthing Chicago rappers, but he's not in Chicago. I was like, oh, well. I was like, he got a smart plan. I was like, but lo and behold, if any of those savages ever travel, that was the craziest part. And he knows himself there's a lot of beef and tension over Chicago issues and things he said, from what I understand, allegedly. So I'm not getting it. You know, this complex news come up. Are you some type of, let's say, saint in the news? Some type of media saint? You know what I mean? Are you making something better? Are you some type of standout character? What do you do above and beyond anything else anyone does? That's not made clear to me. There's many different types of people. There's many different types of artists. There's many different types of media moguls. What I'm saying is, even if you become a legendary media mogul, you're still going to be known for the mudslander that happened as these guys were dying. Just as he was saying, getting slain in the streets. It wasn't even, and sometimes it wasn't even over something serious. It was over wrong place, wrong time, wearing a different code or being with a different gang. And these are young black men. How come you weren't addressing the things going on, let's say, that didn't have to immediately do with what was happening in the industry, but the police and what they're doing to black men? I never saw you talk about that. That's my thing, Akademiks. I never saw you talk about something dealing with blacks being brutalized, hurt. That's because you're only there for shock value to help persuade young minds to do some dumb shit. That's all you're there for. And then you're agreeable with it, and you just make a video about it, and you get paid off of it. You're there to make fun and laugh with us about an issue, rather than address and help change the issue. Do you see a problem with that as you being some type of role model for the industry? You don't see a problem with that. That's why you can't. That's why you'll always be a media personality. But you're no type of role model for the industry. Matter of fact, your opinion on artists, about their music, I take that with a grain of salt. You sat up here, named off all these other artists, then said, oh, the Migos is decent. Are you kidding me? That song The Bag with Gucci Mane? I don't have respect for DJ Akademiks' opinion. You know, I'm cool with him voicing it. He's in a good place. He's a media personality, but his opinion holds no weight about music. You're there, sitting there popping champagne, smoking with Lil Pump, allegedly. All of this allegedly. I don't know what you're doing in there. What do you do in the studio? When you go in, do you critique their music on the spot? Do you say, oh, that's hot, that's not? And then you come out and you advertise what you think is hot to make it fit to what you told them was hot? I'm trying to get it. Where's this media personality, music, mogul thing going? You tell Star he's not a legendary interviewer. We really know what you were trying to say. I'm not going to say the word. We know what you were trying to say. How aren't you being a vulture when you went off of that Chirac movement and got 60% of your subs? I know that because I subbed when you were at like maybe 250,000, something like that. Then you went to 1 million straight up off that Chirac thing. Matter of fact, when you stopped doing the Chirac thing, I was confused. I'm like, what is he doing? That's where all that negotiator shit came from. The negotiator talking about the Chirac movement. Man, I'm just done with it. Vulture's trying to call people who made a change, literally, vultures in some way, shape, or form, as if his baby ass wasn't being a vulture, capping off of situations with murders of young men. I'm done talking about this man. Because he's so hard, he could just joke about that. And he's all good. That's all good. But it's cool. You know how I rock.